Hello, this is Bill Clodsey. Welcome to a Guilds of Ravnica draft. We're starting out with a very powerful, although heavy black rare, the Blood Operative. Lifelink, recurable, and getting some value from your opponent's graveyard. Then there's a couple Izzet cards. Artful Takedown is pretty solid removal and tempo. And those are really the only considerations in this pack. Maybe the Gate, I guess. If a pack is really weak, you could first pick that. But definitely a strong one here in Blood Operative. I definitely don't want to go into red from black. Rakdos is not the supported guild in this set. But Cratermaker is a possibility. Deadweight's a good one here. Since we took Blood Operative first, Deadweight makes a lot more sense. Although, pack one, pick one, I would take Cratermaker. If these were further apart in power level, I would just take Cratermaker, but yeah, as the only black card here, I will just scoop up Deadweight. Next up, not much in the way of black or Dimir or anything. Yeah, not much of anything in this pack. Orzhov is another color combination we'd like to avoid. So Healer's Hawk might be appealing, but it's less appealing here. Hypothesizzle, that is a fine card in general. No cards with Surveil at all. The blue cards are lackluster. The green cards are, the whole pack is just pretty bad. Maybe the best card here is just Healer's Hawk, but yeah, I'll just take Healer's Hawk. Another Deadweight. Okay, things are looking back up a bit if we can get more of these early removal spells and maybe hit with our Blood Operative once or twice. Electromancer is kind of fun. The Blade Instructor is not super exciting, but I'll take the Deadweight here. Okay, no white. Stole this Healer's Hawk from somebody down the line. Thought Erasure is a nice card. Deadly Visit might be better, but I do like how Thought Erasure plays. I'm going to go for Deadly Visit. It's not clear if we're in Dimir yet. I mean, it's likely, but it's also possible we're in a Golgari deck, and Deadly Visit will be good in either one of those decks. Neat. Mission Briefing's kind of fun. You need a few good targets for this to be any good, but if you're blue enough and you care about Surveil enough, then this is a good one. Hired Poisoner versus Dimir Guildgate. I guess we'll go with the Poisoner. I mean, it's more early interaction. Maybe we're getting pretty heavy on that. But with these three cards already, it's so likely that we can just be on the draw and get card advantage that way. Next up, Dimir Guildgate or Spinal Centipede. Both are solid creatures. Creeping Chill is not one I really love to put in my deck, same with Barrier of Bones. Although they're both role players in a Dimir deck. Let's grab this Gate. Then, if we're going into three colors or just Dimir, then this'll be good for that deck. Looks like Dimir is it, getting the House Guildmage pretty late, a recurable Surveil, activation, and then some pseudo removal with the keep a creature tapped. I find that the Guildmages are a bit worse in this set than otherwise because you're trying to do a lot with a very little bit of mana, so the mana sinks aren't as good as they would normally be. Dimir can just fill up its hand and use its 5 mana removal spells every turn, play its 3/4 flyers every turn, and you don't have much left over for the Guildmage. But that said, it's still a 2/2 in your guild that has upside. Now that we're solidly in Dimir, Dazzling Lights is a nice trick, especially with Death Touchers or 3/1s. So you can use it as a removal spell if the opponent's creature has 3 or less power. It's usually going to die to one of your creatures, and then you even get to Surveil a couple times. Enhanced Surveillance, not one I love, but maybe if we have enough surveil and go through our deck enough times, this will let you reset. Here's a win condition, the Bartizan Bats. Not perfect, but it is a role player. Better than anything else here. Vidalcan Mesmerist. Another gate, maybe we go into Grixis. And just not a whole lot left here. So who's in this draft? We've got Josh, Pie Filler, M Rounds, Sligo Yanks, Paul Miotti, Master Gig, and Zach Sigmund. Deafening Clarion. Pretty strong control card, except it's in the wrong colors. And then Plaguecrafter, which you're never too sad about. Just a good way to deal with your opposing planeswalkers. And then, what, Radical Idea, Dowser of Lights. I'll take the Plaguecrafter here. Maybe we'll pick up a few Burglar Rats and then really go deep with it. Lotleth Giant. Some interesting Naya cards and Izzet cards, but yeah, we're looking at Lotleth Giant. It's a bit expensive, but maybe we'll have enough creatures to make it a late game bomb. And then Dowser of Lights, which is just a consistent size of a creature to get down in Dimir. Ooh, another Plaguecrafter. This is a really fun card to play with. Hopefully we can pick up something early to sacrifice, but it's not the worst just to sacrifice itself. Or like attack with Operative and then sacrifice that. Plaguecrafter's a nice one. I'll take Burglar Rat over almost anything now. Never Happened, Notion Rain, nice. And Thought Erasure, both of these are good. But we need a Notion Rain here just to make sure we can get this Dimir deck working. Next up, Disdainful Stroke. I like having access to one of these in a deck like this, especially for the control mirrors, but most decks have 4-drops, and those are the ones you'll want to counter most. So yeah, that or Informant. Let's go for the Disdainful Stroke. There we go. There's our little chittering, masterpiece here. I do like the art on this card, but even more than that, I like how it plays. All the more reason to be on the draw. So we have all this early interaction. We've got this Burglar Rat, which discards their card, Plaguecrafter, which sacks the 1/1 and kills their big creature. This is how I envision the matches going. It's probably pretty close to how it will go. Foil Mission Briefing. Severed Strands has its place, especially again with the Burglar Rats and things, but yeah, I'm not going to miss that. We're not really going to miss Mission Briefing either. I forgot this was rare. I guess it is rare. It surveils, whatever, we'll take it. Foil rare. Very nice. Ooh, Darkblade Agent. And if you really wanted to make this into a control deck, Devious Cover-Up, which is quite nice. I'll go for the Agent. A foil Cover-Up, that might be enough to get me to take most cards, but the Darkblade Agent is another way just to get far ahead in a game like this. Bartizan Bats, Wall of Mist, Wishcoin Crab, and the Clarion. I might just take the Clarion here. It's pretty unbeatable for some decks, and there's a chance we can pick up the fixing we need for it. Here's a Guildgate. Healer's Hawk, the pack of the foils here. Yeah, nothing in this pack I'm really interested in, so when in doubt, take the foil. Never Happened. Given all the 3-drops we have, we probably don't main deck the first Never Happened, but I would main deck Never Happened, and I would definitely bring it in a more controlling matchup. Another Boros Guildgate. Yeah, so maybe this Deafening Clarion is meant to be after all. But if we have to contort our mana too much, I won't main deck it. I'll just bring it in for the matches that really call for it. Like Boros can't beat it. Oh, hello. Connive, concoct. If we can pick up some better creatures to bring back, this gets even better, but it can steal some really powerful ones. Like Aurelia, for instance. Aurelia on their turn will have less than, 3 power, so just steal that. And it also just steals whatever else they might have in play. Nice one. Nice card to open here. Amara, Crackling Drake, another powerful looking pack. Discovery Oryx Dispersal, I guess is the template. Could grab that. It's going to be pretty hard to splash Crackling Drake, although that is the kind of card I would like in a control deck. We'll just grab this Dispersal. Lava Coil, nice one. We have maybe a little splash of red, but it's not something I'm counting on. And Artful Takedown is good enough that I can just grab that. Also, 8 mana, you can steal a 4-power creature with something like this. Probably even worth it once you get there. Hypothesizzle, Mephitic Vapors, and some other stuff. Some decks just call for the Mephitic Vapors. I'm not excited about anything else here. Not even really Hypothesizzle. I'll grab the Mephitic Vapors. Oh, hello. Nightveil Predator. This is just 10 times better than Bartizan Bats in this deck. I'm never sad to cut these, but Predator is a real win condition in Bomb, so I'll be happy to pick that up. Gatekeeper Gargoyle. If we end up playing enough of these gates, that gets pretty good, but it's just nothing like the Predator, which is always going to be good. Burglar Rat, also just the perfect card for this deck. So I'll take it here over Watcher in the Mist and another Thought Erasure. Sometimes, I mean, your opponent just can't do anything if they don't have lands or spells early. What next? Not much in this pack. Take another Dazzling Lights. Now we have a couple Death Touch creatures that can benefit from it. Although less Surveil payoffs than we might want. Anyway, the second Disdainful Stroke is less important, but you can play multiple Dazzling Lights if you have the deck for it. Oh, we definitely have the deck for it. Disinformation Campaign. Get in there. Yeah, now we'll be on the lookout for more random Surveil cards. Passwall Adept. It doesn't seem great. It's the best card in this pack and something to do early. And eventually we'll get down these 3-power creatures that can attack in. Leapfrog. Sure. Foil Leapfrog. Muse Drake's a nice one to pick up, and then just, I don't know, cut a bunch of other stuff. Cut a crab. And that looks like a deck here. Maybe we don't need so many lands, but we can surveil a lot of them to the graveyard. Play another Bartizan Bats. Because this is the kind of deck that can function off of 16 lands. The fixing does help you play less lands, and so does just having a lot of 1 and 2 drops. So, how does this look? It's 19, 13. Pretty close between the two. Let's start with 9, 7. And the gate coming in, so we'll put that in for black. And if we're going to be on the draw, that's another reason to play less lands. Most opponents will choose to be on the play anyway, so it's just very likely that game 1 will be on the draw. We can even mulligan some low land hands just to make sure we get a consistent start. And that's it. That is our Dimir value deck. let's try it out. Just as I predicted, I'm put on the draw here, and this is a hand that likes being on the draw for sure. Especially against various white decks. You never know, maybe we'll need 2 dead weights this next turn, so we play out our swamp. Oh no, well, if they're missing a 1 and 2 drop, it means a dead weight might not be enough to kill what they play on 3. Peacemaker, huh? Well, don't really mind that. We can still dead weight it, which effectively kills it, you know, making it a 1/1. We have a 1/3 in play. And if they use it to convoke something out, or just whatever, we'll stroke it. Burglar Rat. Normally, I'd be inclined to play that, but Muse Drake's just more mana efficient here, and we don't lose out too much by letting them draw an extra card. Rosemane Centaur, okay. Yeah, that might be a land they didn't even really need there. Let's see what we get first, before they see what we're getting. Let's get another land, no problem. Dead weight this guy, so a 2/2 is more manageable. I'll tell you though, we're not playing 16 lands, so we can draw more lands than spells. Maybe just a good mixture of them here. What to do? They're going to be able to attack for 4 in the air, so we can probably afford to attack with 1 here and make it unblockable. We just have nothing else to do. We block 1 in the air, we have plenty to block on the ground, and we only have the mana to make 1 thing unblockable. Oh wow, Flourish. So we just have no blocks here? This is so we don't kill their biggest thing. Yeah, take the rest. Artful Takedown, that's wonderful. We kind of lost our big payoff here, which is the poisoner for the Rosemane Centaur. Maybe we'll have to kill the Rosemane Centaur and then hope they don't find any other good things to do. Hopefully we're doing this right. Killing the bigger one, tapping the Rock Charger for 1 turn. Alright, so now they'll have hits of 4 in the air for a while. Notion Rain might hurt, but it's necessary. Deadly Visit. I guess we top both of these. We haven't played our land yet. So we can Deadly Visit the Charger. Graveyard, top, and then triple block the Pack Beast or something here. Yeah, looks about right. Cool. Unblockable rats. My favorite kind of rats. And then their attacks still don't look great. Just have to take advantage of all these turns where the margins are low. Yeah, I'll still double block this. They can only kill 1. They probably kill the agent, but that's a fine trade when they're at such a high life total. Oh no! Oh no. Okay, pass here. Disinformation campaign would be nice, but if they come in with the Harpooner, maybe they just won't, yeah. And if we can save the lights, that's going to help us a lot. Well, it could help us a lot. Doesn't seem to be helping very much. Let's see what happens here. Righteous blow on the rats? Not the rats. Ooh, there we go. Top, top. Ah, we should have put bartisan bats on top. Oh well. Because we're definitely not blocking with the predator. Yep. But I would have blocked with the bats, that's for sure. Woodshaper and Amara coming out. Now they can block our harpooner, so... Oh, maybe I should have blocked with the predator. It's crazy. Well, that's not necessarily true. We can give this guy unblockability. Swing in. Next turn we have decent blocks. We could be taking something like 3 damage, depending on what else they have. Harpooner just gets in the way of things. Yeah, they get more soldiers and scouts and whatnot, but okay, I guess we're committed to our defense. I missed it. We probably don't want to tap this thing down anyway. Yeah, they're all coming in. Why not? Why not? Well, a lot of tricks here will just kill us. Make sure to get our surveil on. But the +3/+3 trick doesn't kill us. It has to be Might of the Masses. Pax Favor's pretty good just to trade there. Surveil a couple, see what we get. Not great stuff. Graveyard, and I guess we top the rat. Trades with enough of their creatures. And it might nab their last card. It could be relevant. We're just not sure. Get that card. Plains, sure. But it does trade with one of their other creatures here. Can we stop drawing spells? Yikes. Dazzling Lights. That is interesting. If they attack with everything to try to pump one of their things, in response we can dazzle it. Yeah, they should attack with everything here. We will dazzle the patrol. Oh, both of these are very good. We're going to draw both of them. I don't want to pay the 3 life to get operative back here. So let's go. Well, We'll draw both, so top, top. This comes back. That doesn't get pumped. We'll block one of each of these. We lose our rats, so that's a little annoying, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Jeez. Exile a card from their graveyard. Doesn't matter too much, but get rid of a creature. And then, what do? We're going to have 2 blockers for their 3 attackers, but we have a lifelinker. We'll sacrifice the Plaguecrafter. And they lose a 1/1. It's going to be a close one. Oh, but they drew another flourish. So, yeah, good draw. See what we had coming up here. Not enough. Amphitic Vapors can come in. Bartizan Bats can come in. I don't know how we lose with this stuff against that, but we did. We did. Part of it might have been just the ordering. I didn't block with the Predator. So I should have played the Bats first. Take out a Bats. This deck should be really good against theirs. Adept and Blood Operative is such a good combo, I don't want to get rid of that. Poisoner's fine, the lights are good. Yeah, cut Mephitic Vapors. It annoys enough of our creatures that we'll just play the same deck here. It's worth considering, but I can't think of another card I'd like to cut more, so let them play first. Just maybe erase them here. All right. Get that operative. No blocks, so we are up to a healthy life total. Play the agent and then pass. Swing with a couple creatures. Yeah, this is where the Dazzling Lights becomes removal, unless they have something else going on here. Not a problem. We can surveil again and get this card back. They've given us a nice life buffer to make that work. Always top that rat. Maybe I should have kept the swamp on top too. Let's see what happens here. Come in with the agent. Let that happen. And then Burglar Rat away one of their last two cards. They've been playing out a lot of lands, but I guess they just will always have the land to discard. Maybe more lands. The only way they kill this is by double blocking, and then we give it Death Touch. Muse Drake. Same idea. Showing off the power here. Okay, so that one was a little more straightforward, kind of a worse draw from them, but a lot of value from our deck. I think there's a lot of cards we want in this deck. I'm going to keep playing it the same way. Deadweights might be worse than I thought. Yeah, I'd probably cut one deadweight, but we're going to be on the draw so often that those seem okay. All right, here we go. Fresh-faced recruit. Well, it's a Burglar Rat. They will always have the planes to discard to it, but it means less options for them, potentially. Take this hit. We have to be a little careful because next turn they can convoke out a 5-drop. Rock Charger. They can still do it, but they'll have to tap their charger for it, and we counter it. Okay, maybe that's not happening. Maybe this plains is going to set them back. Nope. Ah, but that is pretty good for us. We get the Deadweight on Amara, the Darkblade Agent, and then hopefully a land next turn to Deadly Visit their 5-drop. Which they might not be able to do. Plains is kind of showing its value to get rid of here. Dowser doesn't do much. His hand doesn't do much. Let's just get Muse Drake and pass. There it is. There's the 5-drop coming down. Yeah, well, they don't need the white from that, but... Oh, it's just a 4-drop. In any case... What do we do? Let's just play our big guy. They could still get a 4/4 Vigilance out here. Horizon Crushing Canopy's not great for them. Pump up the Rock Charger. Going to try to kill us as quickly as possible. Artful Takedown's not bad. But this gets us some good value. Let's Deadly Visit the Parhelion Patrol, get that out of the way, and then top both of these. I guess we want to draw Plaguecrafter first. It doesn't really matter. We'll draw both. Swing out. Draw the Plaguecrafter, and then almost no matter what they play, we're going to get a good creature from their hand. Sure, so here's Plaguecrafter. Sack the rats. Hold up Disdainful Stroke. And profit. That ought to lock things up. I don't know what they could have found, but they're not going to find it if they don't resolve the Woodshaper. On to the next match. Alright, keep. We're on the draw as we love to be with this deck. Get some early stuff down there. And we've got our Swords to Plowshares in hand that surveils to and doesn't even gain them life. Scout? Well, it doesn't work if we can't block. Now, I doubt they'll really want to take off the turn to give the Scout flying. Yeah, they're not doing that. And what do we do? I think we just pass again. They probably don't mind trading the Instructor for the Poisoner, assuming they're getting their Scout bigger. But that's what they're going to do. The only thing that really punishes our play is Sure Strike. They're forced to keep paying for this for the pleasure of getting it past our little Death Toucher. So we can go Bartizan Bats here. I don't really want to trade the Predator with this Scout. So this might just keep all their stuff back. On board, they certainly can't pump enough to get past our forces. Crater Maker, that changes things. We could steal the Crater Maker. Oh, that's such a good play here. While they're tapped out and they can't sacrifice it. Even though they have one card left in their hand. Oh, it's tough. It is tough, but it is our one shot here, so I'll definitely take it. That is not what they want to see. Anyway, pass it back to them. The Rat will probably end up getting something. Yeah, they play a land. And if they use enough of these pumps, then they'll have another card in their hand. Okay, they're all coming through. Let's see where they put these mentor triggers. Mentor on the soldier. Doubt they are giving this flying. Why not? Yeah, let's just make sort of the obvious blocks here. Let them get in for the 2 lifelink, but keep our new crater maker. Well, maybe we should sack it to kill the soldier. Unclear. No, let's not. We'll have a 2/3 to block. Get their last card. Luminous Bonds, pretty good. And then Predator, I guess, is more mana efficient. One blowout after another, that's right. That's right, how many more 2-for-1s? Cool. Is it time to splash Deafening Clarion? That would be something else. I don't think so. Our deck is sort of good enough against this. Mephitic Vapors can definitely come in. Notion Rain, while fine, can come out. Bartisan Bats can come out. But what else is good? Wishcoin Crab is pretty good. The deadweights are awesome. Yeah, let's do this. Disdainful Stroke. It's not going to catch so much. In fact, that could be something to side out, but yeah, this'll be fine. Mephitic Vapors, hopefully this is gonna be at least a 2-for-1. Hopefully we get enough mana to play it eventually. Maybe the Guild Mage is better there. Oh dear, well, let's let them have that for now. Maybe we'll get more if they keep going wide. Yep, yep, and now we shouldn't be too greedy. Let's just go ahead and destroy those, attack for 1. I don't know what this is, but top, swing 1. So whatever they play, we can kill it with our next 3-drop. Or maybe they just do nothing. We're the aggro deck now. Holding up Dispersal here and Takedown. Boros Challenger, yeah, that's pretty good. I'll use Dispersal. Discarding Cosmotronic Wave. Always getting some kind of value. And just holding back. I mean, they're constrained on white mana now, so even if they have cheap spells, they can only do 1 a turn. Unless they're red. Okay, there's Challenger. We could even steal it. Well, they can't pump it here. And not that we can pump our own creature. Well, we can pump the Pass Wall Adept. That's pretty good. This might be them wondering if they should just concede, quit while they're behind. Because it's going to be rough to come back from this. See how see how good this is. Pretty well designed to destroy me. Yeah, isn't that the way of it? This is kind of like a rock, paper, scissors format where some decks are just way better. Dimir can absolutely trounce Boros, as you've seen there, especially if it has a sideboard card or two. Ah, one of the experts of the realm here, Bish Coddler. This is not a great hand, but it could be okay. It could be okay if we draw black. I think we take a risk on it. Come on. Don't get punished. This hand does get a lot worse if it's a real control mirror. Nightveil Sprite. Yeah, that might be bad for us. If we had the black right away, that would be fine, but if they get a disinformation campaign down, then we're not doing so hot. Come on. There we go. That's something, and then we can Disdainful Stroke their 3/3 hexproof. Of course they surveil first. Cool card. Another Sprite, wow. They're going to counter our first play. Is that how it is? So ideally, we can just get the rat out there. They don't care about the rat. We managed to get a swamp. It certainly looks like we have Disdainful Stroke. But we just couldn't have cast that earlier without the gate, so it's not that suspicious looking. They like their top card for once. Come on, play something. Yeah, just get rid of that. Now we don't have to worry about holding mana up. But what do we have to worry about? We have to worry about them surveilling a million more times. I think the best bet here is to go Agent, Deadweight, swing one, and then kill whatever the next creatures they play are, whether they're 3/4 flyers or spinal centigrades or whatever they are. Okay. Not when they can counter with this mana. Maybe they'll bounce Burglar Rat in response so we can't sack it. Oh, they get their own creature back to their hand. That's clever. So we lose our poor rat for nothing? Man, some days you don't have any luck. Oh well. Now we'll get the operative down and exile something that we don't want them ever to get back, which is, I guess, Dowser of Lights. Okay, they don't have too much left. We've got the better board by far. Plaguecrafter can just trade one-on-one with their... Whoops! Not a bad card. Maybe we'll draw our own copy to get it back. Dope. Plaguecrafter. Biting the dust here. We know what their last card is. I think we just want to trade Plaguecrafter with their operative. ahead in life total so they can play out their 3/2 unless they drew something better. And then we'll trade while they have no other creature in play. And then hopefully we can get some way to surveil that back. That's a way, eventually. Yeah, I may surveil on my upkeep because we're... Oops, never mind. No more upkeep surveils there, but that might have been good to just help set up our draw. Nice, this is going to be a good turn. Surveil 2, top, and then get back our Blood Operative and play it. Now another card we don't want them to ever get back is this Connive Concoct, so... And the reason I'm thinking about that is there's that counter spell that not only exiles the spell it counters, but gets up to 4 cards back from their graveyard to their deck. We don't have great creatures in our deck. I guess we just save this Concoct. Dazzling Lights. Huh, pretty good. They just need to set up their draw. If this thing ever does die, the Surveil from Concoct would be worth it on its own. Bartizan Bats. I knew that was coming. Not the best to play at first main, but what are you going to do? They put Disdainful Stroke in the graveyard. That's good news for Connive or Concoct. Poisoner again. Maybe we steal that. Or better yet, trade with it. Concoct getting back the Guild Mage. Graveyard, top. Yeah, that should be enough. And we're at 26, so getting the Blood Operative back is free. They have a lot of these 1/1s. They might not stay in after sideboarding, so we have to be a little careful doing something like, let's see, Mephitic Vapors. Never Happened is a card I quite like in this matchup. Taking out Deadweight. They might also choose to be on the draw, like we did. Put in another Bartizan Bats. We want to take out good, low power creatures so they can't just steal them. I guess the best one is the Agent, which isn't really worth taking out. But the Dazzling Lights is a nice combo with Connive as well, and cheaper than using Artful Takedown. Dowser. Poisoner is still pretty good as a 1/of. Passwall Adept is still good. I always do this. I end up on like this very same deck. Maybe you take out Bartizan Bats. I'll just take out the Poisoner. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe we can change things up when we're back on the draw. But like I say, I fully expect them to put us on the play. Yeah, here we go. So keep this. I mean, good enough. Ooh, hand is getting better and better. We're going to kill their fairy when they play it. If that's their play. Getting rid of Dimir Locket, that's a nice card to get rid of for later here. It is the Sprite. So a nice little 2-for-1 rat, as usual. Oh, another one. 2 cards. It's a lot of cards. It's a lot of action. In any case, trade our Plaguecrafter here. And exile the Locket. That's the card I really don't want them to get back. In the late game, it just, I don't know. None of these cards matter so much anymore. What I really want is to draw some spells. Centipede. Interesting. No trade here. Unclear if I want to use Plaguecrafter. They just sacrifice Centipede and then get an unstoppable sprite. At least this looks like I'm holding up counter magic or something. Maybe we'll do that when we have some Surveil. They like their top card. I don't like my top card though. Alright, looks more like they want to trade now with the Centipede. Maybe they have another Dazzling Lights or something. Once they trade, Plaguecrafter just kills their sprite, hopefully. We'll make it look like we have some counter magic up by leaving up 2 blue. That's it though, those are our 4 cards, and they do have the cover up, so see what they get back here. They have Sprite, Centipede, they're getting back nothing. So it looks like they just want to draw more land, the opposite of us. But they do exile the Plaguecrafter, so gone forever. There we go. Can this resolve? How many cover-ups do they have? Or do they have the full circle here where they shuffle back in the first one? I mean, their draw quality should be excellent with this Night Veil Sprite attacking every turn. More Dazzling Lights gone. Oh no, Dowser Battles. Maybe we can win this race? It's doubtful, but nothing else to do here. Right, so 3 hits, and from them it's 4 hits. Assuming we hit them 3 turns in a row with 5. I doubt that'll quite work out for us. See if they use the Artful Takedown now. Yeah. It doesn't matter if we give this unblockable. Ooh, hello. Shall we steal their Sprite while they're kind of tapped out? Or we could get back our Operative and something like Burglar Rat or Plaguecrafter. I guess I'd rather steal their Sprite. That'll give us the Surveil to get back the Operative anyway, as long as the Sprite can survive. That's close there. I'm not sure what was right. Oh, they just steal it back. They just get it back. Oh, come on. We could bounce their Dowser and have them discard. Or we could get back Blood Operative and go to 7. think we want to discover here. That's interesting. We haven't played our land yet. Maybe we top both of these. Maybe we don't need deadweight. No, let's top both. So we go top, top, get this thing back. Start with a never happened. Getting the counter magic. Yes. And we can even get rid of their other counter spell in case they have 3 or something. And swing in, because we're going to have the life gain advantage here. And the cute part of this is if they don't want to come in with their Dowser, then we can kill it with our next play. And we don't even need to lead with the bonds or whatever. What do they play here? Okay. We knew about the swamp. So we can think about it for a while, like we don't have anything, and then make this attack. It's like, oh yeah, well I guess we want to gain life. And they block the blood operative. There's no way they play around deadweight, right? Maybe they do. They do play the swamp, so we know about that. This block also makes sense, but like either way, they lose to deadweight. Okay. Pass it. Maybe we'll get some more surveil, but then, shoot, we're getting really low life. They're getting low as well. Dazzling Lights. Ah, that's a good one. That I believe I'll try to use next turn. Oh, it's tough. Nah, I better use it this turn, huh? Top, top. Because even if they have the flash creature here, that doesn't mess us up too much. Just get rid of this. Because we could block with the operative. And they can, there's no pumps in this color. I mean, very few. They'd have to not only have it in their deck, but have drawn it. And then this stops them from, you know, having extra time. We should be able to kill them this turn if they don't have anything tricky. And okay, here it is. I could imagine another Artful Takedown, but we have the Deadly Visit to kind of survive. All right, Bartizan Bats. Let's just get a bunch of Bartizan Bats on top. And we can't pay 3 life, we don't have it. You can pay 3 life when you are at 3, so just be careful with that. Ah, got there. So that was match 2. We'll have to try our best in the finals. Oh, that was the finals. It certainly felt like it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and good luck in your drafts.